Good morning, my name is Andrea. I'm an Ashtanga teacher. I live and work in Bali. I am a very fortunate person. I get to do sun salutations every day outdoors and with the sun most of the time. And the sun salutations is something that we start our practice with to warm up and to really stretch the whole body. It's really a complete stretch of the body. It's a great way of starting your day, even if you can't do a full practice. If you can do a few sun salutations first thing in the morning, that's really a brilliant way to start. Stand up on our mat. We put our big toes together, heels slightly apart. And first of all, I would like you to connect with your breath. So, breathing in and breathing out. And again, breathing in. Breathing out. And as we're breathing from the belly. Bring the breath into the chest. Exhaling all the way down, emptying the breath all the way out. And one more time, inhaling and exhaling. And as we do this practice, we do that in with the breath. So we synchronize our movements with the breath. So we're moving from the breath. So let's get started. So hands on the side of our body. Let the shoulders come down. We're sinking with the feet into the floor, lifting the legs, they're nice and strong, supporting the upper part of the body, lifting the chest up, rolling the shoulders down, let the chin drop, relax your jaws. And then from here, we're going to lift our arms above our head. On the breath in, we're lifting, breathing all the way up. And exhale, bring the arms back down to the side of the body. And again, inhaling up. And exhale down. So try to make the movement where the inhale is all the way as to when the hands are touching. And when we exhale, same thing. Let the exhale be as long as the movement. So when you reach the hands to the side, ideally, your exhale should be ending there. And you find your own rhythm in your own time. We're just following my rhythm today. But when you're doing your practice at home on your own, you can do in your own time. You find the length of your breath. Okay, so inhale, hands above the chest. Exhale, hands to the side. And this time we're going to add a little bit. We're going to inhale, hands up, exhaling, bending forward and touching the ground. So inhale, hands up, exhale, leaning forward. And reaching all the way down. Inhale, look up. And here we're lengthening the spine. And exhale, folding back down again. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the side. So one more time. Inhaling up. Exhale, bending forward. Inhale, look up, lengthening the spine. Exhale, folding. Inhale all the way up, lifting from the belly. Keep the back straight. And exhale, hands to the side. Now if you feel that coming down is too much of a tension at the back of your legs, then please feel free to just bend the knees slightly to be able to touch the floor. Some of us are more flexible than others, so it's wherever you feel more comfortable, but please do not put any strain at the back of your hamstrings. Take care of them. Okay, so now we've done the full movement of the standing part of the first part of the Sun Salutation. We're now going to move down to the floor. So I want you to get into 4 points. So your hands in the floor, fingers nicely spread, your knees into the floor, and toes tucked in under. And from here, try to pull the belly in with chin forward, and we're going to lower ourselves down towards the floor on the exhale. So first of all, inhaling and exhale, lower yourself down, your elbows nicely tucked in, and come all the way down to your belly. And then from here, move your hands towards your waist, so they are along your waist. And now put your feet into the floor and lifting here slightly so the chest comes up, and pushing the hands into the floor, so we're coming into what's called a cobra. And then exhaling, we come back into the floor, so we put the knees into the floor, hands into the floor. So one more time, we'll repeat that. So toes tucked in, chin forward, inhale, and exhaling down. Keep the elbows close to the body, and then coming all the way down to the belly. Move your hands slightly, feet flat into the floor, and press the hands into the floor, lifting the upper back into cobra. Then exhaling, push your hands into the floor, lifting up. And this time tuck the toes back into the floor and push to come up into downward facing dog. Now here, keep your knees bent and push your hips up towards the sky as if you have a tail on the back of your buttocks, and the tail is lifting you up. Try to see if you can spread your sit bones, keeping it nice and wide, and then pressing the hands into the floor to push yourself back, chest towards the knees. Breathing nice and deep breaths. And then from here, coming back to the knees. Sitting down. So we've now broken it down. We've done the standing part, and now we've done the floor part. So from here we will try to put these together. So we start from the beginning. Toes touching, heels slightly apart, body nice and straight and tall. And inhale, lifting the arms above the chest. Exhale, folding forward. And here, please feel free to bend your knees if needed, folding all the way into the legs. Inhale, look up. Exhale. This time we're going to step back into what we call the plank position. And from here, put your knees into the floor. Chest forward, chin forward, pull the belly in and lower yourself down on the exhale. Coming all the way to the floor. Now move your hands slightly, feet flat into the floor, and pushing yourself up to Cobra. Inhaling and exhaling. Push the hands into the floor, come back into the floor, and toes tucked under, coming into downward facing dog. And again, lift the tail towards the sky, press the hands into the floor, pushing the chest towards the knees, and breathing nicely, deep breaths. Inhale and exhale. Five breaths here. At the end of the fifth breath, we're now going to step forward on the mat. So we look between our hands and we step with our feet between the hands. And on the inhale, look up, lengthening the spine. Exhale again, folding. And then inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the side. So basically we're starting the pose and ending the pose the same way, just reversed. So now let's try to put this together. Inhaling, hands above the chest. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, stepping back, knees into the floor, lower yourself all the way down. Move your hands slightly, feet into the floor, lifting the chest on the inhale. And exhale, coming back to the floor. And pushing the feet into the floor, coming to downward facing dog. 5 deep breaths here. Really stretching the body, feeling the hands pushing into the floor, tail reaching up towards the sky. Breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling and exhaling. And after the 5th breath, we'll look between our hands. We step forward. Inhaling, looking up, lengthening the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to the side. So now we're just on a basic sun salutation, and I hope you could all follow on this one. We're now gonna tune it up a little bit, so we're gonna make it a little bit more challenging this time. So if you feel comfortable, you do it. If you don't, you just do what we just did previously. You know what feels best for you. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. And from here, we are going to jump back instead of stepping back. So you want to press the hands into the floor and jump your feet back. So we'll do that again. So here we are. Hands into the floor and jumping back. And here coming into plank position, and this time instead of putting the knees into the floor, we keep the knees off the floor. The feet are pushing into the mat, heels are pushing back, and we make sure that our shoulders are under our hand, or above our hands, above our hands, and we are as straight as possibly could be, just like a plank. And pushing the shoulders back towards the hips, chin forward, and we're going to lower ourselves towards the floor. So here we go. Inhale, exhaling down. Now here, if you feel comfortable to just stay here and go further from there, or you can come all the way down, whichever way is best for you. But if you decide to do it the more challenging way, we go exhaling down, and then from here push your toes so you can slide forward into upward facing dog. Now here we're also noticing that the feet are in the floor and the knees are off the floor. So we're pressing the hands into the floor, shoulders rolling back, and inhaling, really stretching the upper part of the back as opposed to the lower part. And from here we can now push the hips towards the sky to come to downward facing dog. Stepping the feet a little bit closer to the hands, and see if you can press the heels towards the floor and keeping the legs straight. And again, I emphasize, if you feel that it's too much of a strain on the back of your legs and the hamstrings are suffering, please do bend the knees. So you need to find whatever is more comfortable for you. But if you can, you press the heels towards the floor, tuck the belly in, pushing the hands into the floor to bring the chest closer to the knees. 5 breaths here. Keeping the shoulders nice and wide, relaxed. And then at the end of the 5th breath, we step forward. And again, here, actually we can do, coming from the downward facing dog, a more challenging way to do it is with jump to the front of the mat. So bend your knees and jump. So again, we're in downward facing dog. Bring your heels off the floor, bend your knees, look between your hands and jump. Coming to inhaling, lengthening the spine, exhaling, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to the side. So we'll do that one more time, the advanced version. And inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, jump back. Coming into plank. Lower yourself down and push forward to slide into upward facing dog. Pressing the feet flat into the floor, pressing the hands into the floor, and really stretching the upper back. And then from here, lifting the hips up towards the sky, rolling the feet over, and then stepping the feet a little bit closer to the hands. And if you can, pressing the heels towards the floor. Keep your fingers all spread, and the hands should be about shoulder width apart. So as wide as your shoulders, that's about the position of where your hands should be. And your heels in downward facing dog should be slightly turned outward. So the toes pointing in and the heels slightly outward. And then from here, end of the exhale, look between your hands. We're going to do that jump again. So lifting up and jumping forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. And exhale, hands to the side. So we've just finished doing Sun Salutations, where we done it in a more simplified way and in a more challenging way. So whichever works for you, wherever you feel more comfortable. You might have a day where it feels easier to do one way, and then another day it feels more good to do it the other way. And then from here we're going to now do the finishing of our practice. And I just want to let you know that just by doing Sun Salutations we can do 5-10 a day, and that's a really nice way to start your day. And if you don't have much time to spend on exercising or giving your body a little bit of a stretch, then I do recommend Sun Salutations to be a perfect way to start your day. If you just have 5 or 10 minutes to go, it's a great way of getting a full stretch. So now we're going to sit on the floor, lift our cheeks so that we can really feel the sit bones sinking into the floor, hands to the side of our buttocks, and stretching the legs in front of us. And here we just take a few breaths. And then from here we are going to reach for the toes. Now, not everybody can hold their feet in front, so if that's too hard for you, then just bend the knees, whichever way works for you. So grabbing the toes, and then from here we're going to pull ourselves forward. Now you might be here with your bent knees and want to maybe see if you can stretch the legs out slightly more, so you can kind of walk the feet forward to wherever you feel is your comfort. If you feel that it's too much of a stretch, that's where you stop. You don't want to strain or pull any muscles or push more beyond your capacity. Now if you have your legs straight, that's great too. So pull the shoulders back, chin forward, chest forward, and on the exhale we lower ourselves down. Breathing, leaving the breath to do the work. We don't want to pull, we don't want to strain, we just want to move with the breath. So inhaling, exhaling, relaxing into the pose. And then we inhale, look up. Exhale, put your hands to the side of the feet. And inhale, lifting the chest up. Exhale, folding down. So in each of these poses we're holding for 5 breaths. Now we can go even a little bit further and deeper into the pose. And this time we're inhaling up, exhale. Now if we can, grab the hands behind the feet. Inhaling up, exhaling down. And again, 5 breaths here. Letting the breathing doing the work. No forcing. Then inhale, look up. Exhale, release. And bring your knees in. So here we are going to sit in what we call the lotus. Now not everybody can sit in lotus, so there is again variations. Either you can just sit with your legs crossed, that's perfectly fine. If you feel that's too easy, then we can bring one leg up and one leg under, one foot under the other leg. Or if you want to do the full lotus, you bring the foot above, so both feet are resting against the hips. And then from here, sitting up straight. Now I want you to take your thumb and your index finger, and the 3 other fingers are pointing towards the floor. And same on the other side. Let the shoulders roll down, nice and relaxed. Tuck your chin slightly in. Sitting up straight and breathing. So I'd like you to follow the breath count. So on the inhale, we're counting to 3. So try to follow so that your inhale is all the way to the number 3, and then on the exhale, we're going to exhale for 3 as well. So inhaling 1, 2, 3, all the way to the chest. Exhaling 3, 2, 1. Now we're going to add to do it on the count of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. And again inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhaling 4, 3, 2, 1. And this time we're going to inhale for 4, and as we are on number 4, we're going to hold the breath for 2, and then we're going to exhale for 4, and again hold the breath for 2, and then inhale for 4. So let's try that. So exhale fully and inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 2. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 2. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold the breath for 2. 1, 2. Very good. Now, so these are some simple breathing exercises that we can do on a daily basis when you feel that you just need to wind down after a long day at work, or you're feeling stressed for a particular reason. This is a great way to just tune into the body, calm yourself down. The breathing is essential. Now, we always finish our practice with what we call Shavasana, which is a dead corpse pose. So we're going to do just that. We're going to lay down, relax our body completely, and open your legs slightly, and keep your hands to the side. Also open away from the body slightly. Relax the whole body into the floor. Let the shoulders sink into the floor, creating as little space as possible between the floor and your lower back. Bringing the breath all the way into the chest and exhaling all the way out. So there's no air left. And inhaling, bringing the breath all the way up into the chest, and exhaling all the way out. Now this is a great way also just to refresh yourself. So you can lay in what we call Shavasana for 5 to 10 minutes, and some people will say that it's the same as if you're taking a power nap for 20 minutes. It will just freshen you up and get you going. So from here, bring your knees into the chest, and we want to roll into sitting. So roll back and forth. That's a great way to massage the back as well. Coming up to sitting. And that's the end of our practice for today. So thank you everybody for joining me today. I hope that you've learned something, and that this is something you can take into a practice in your homes, and maybe to mix and mingle with the other yoga TV videos. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and that this practice has refreshed you and really make you feel like you're ready to seize the day. Namaste.